Hi, friends. I'm Teresa Hartlink, creator of With All of My Heart, where we learn about ways that you can begin to create your own life legacy through story, photos, keepsakes, and researching your own family history. This is the ninth in a series of 10 quick start videos where I'm sharing lessons and ideas for mini projects that you can use to jumpstart documenting your own story. I've also created a free ebook called How to Take Control of Your Family Photos that will help you to take the first steps into managing your print photos, as well as the ever increasing numbers of digital photos in your collection. You can find a link in the description for this video. In today's lesson, we're going to take a look at how you can determine how you're related to someone else. Recently, I was contacted by someone on Ancestry.com. This person recognized a photo that I had uploaded of one of my ancestors and realized that we had ancestors in common. We began an email exchange back and forth where I was able to share some photos with him and he was able to share some information with me, as well as some news articles from the early 1900s relating to my direct ancestors that I didn't even know existed. His great 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 grandparents were also my great 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 grandparents. So I started to wonder what that meant about how he and I were actually related. So off to the internet I went and I located a cousin calculator on www.familysearch.org. This is a really handy tool and it's very easy to use. I thought I'd share it with you just in case you've ever wondered if someone is your second cousin or your first cousin once removed. But before I do that, this is some of what I learned from the Family Search website. A first cousin is someone with whom you share a grandparent. A second cousin is someone with whom you share a great grandparent. A third cousin is someone with whom you share a great great grandparent, and so on. So, a very quick little cheat is however many greats there are, add one, and that is the number of cousins that you are. So, if you have someone who is a common ancestor that's a great grandparent, one great, add one means your second cousins. Now, what about if you have an ancestor, or you have a common ancestor, but that ancestor is your grandparent and someone else's great grandparent? That's when you have to start looking at the term removed. If you and your cousin are separated by one generation, then they're once removed. So your mother's cousin is also your first cousin, but once removed because you're a generation apart. So are you confused yet? I thought you might be. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to take a look at that cousin calculator that I mentioned, which looks just like this. So the first thing that you need to do is identify the ancestor that you both share. So on the horizontal line, I'm looking for the column that reflects my ancestors. And in the example that I gave you, I'm trying to look at this cousin who reached out to me on Ancestry.com, where we share a third great grandparent. Okay, so across the horizontal line, this is the person, my generations back, my third great grandparent. Then I'll want to look at the vertical line where I locate the same ancestor for the other person. Now, in my case, it was also his third great grandparent. So if I follow that across to my third great grandparent, I find out that he and I are actually fourth cousins. You can do the same thing. So let's look at, say, your mom's cousins. Your mom's cousins share a grandparent, but to you, that person is a great grandparent. That means they're your first cousin once removed. So take a few minutes and think about some of your own relatives. Perhaps you've always just lumped them all together as cousins, but now you have a quick tool that you can reference to see what their relationship is to you technically. It's kind of fun to look at and do a little bit of the research. Don't forget to click on the link provided for your copy of the free ebook, How to Take Control of Your Family Photos. You'll get that ebook download immediately, and you'll also be subscribed to my newsletter so you don't miss any future updates. And remember that I will be offering a 6-week course entitled Creating Your Life Legacy, How to Kickstart Your Life Legacy Project. Registration will begin on February 9th, and our course will begin on February 22nd. In this course, you can expect a step-by-step and piece-by-piece approach to completing a family research project. We're going to pick one specific project that's important to you, and then through a series of interactive lessons over the course of 6 weeks, we're going to learn how you can set yourself up for success, how to begin, and how to put it all together. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me. I'm wishing you a wonderful day with all of my heart.